In the big, busy city of New York, where lights shine all night and people dream of better lives, there once lived a young man named Amadou Diallo. He came all the way from Guinea in West Africa, hoping to build a new and peaceful future. Amadou was just 23 years old. He worked hard as a street vendor, selling things to make a living. He saved every dollar he could, dreaming of one day going to college. He was quiet, kind, and always smiled when people passed by. But one night in February 1999, something terrible happened. Something that changed New York forever. Amadou was standing in front of his apartment building in the Bronx, getting ready to go inside after a long day. At that same moment, 4 police officers were driving through the neighborhood, looking for a man who was wanted for another crime. They saw Amadou standing by the door and thought he looked like the person they were searching for. They stopped their car and walked toward him. The officers asked Amadou to show his hands. He didn't fully understand what was happening. His English wasn't very strong. So he reached into his pocket to pull out his wallet, maybe thinking they wanted to see his ID. But in that fast, confusing moment, the officers mistook his wallet for a weapon. They panicked, and within seconds, the sound of gunfire filled the night. 41 shots were fired, a number that echoed across America. Out of those 41 bullets, 19 struck Amadou. When it was over, Amadou Diallo was gone. He had been unarmed. All he had in his hand was his wallet. Something so ordinary, yet it cost him his life. News of what happened spread quickly across New York and beyond. People were heartbroken and angry. They gathered in the streets, holding candles and pictures of Amadou. They asked for justice, for change, and for fairness. It became a moment that made the whole country stop and think about race, fear, and fairness in policing. The 4 officers were later taken to court. After a long trial, they were not found guilty of murder. Many people disagreed, but the case left a deep mark on the nation, a reminder of how fragile the pursuit of justice can be. Even though Amadou's life ended too soon, his story still speaks to people today. It reminds us to look closer before we judge, to stay calm before we act, and to see one another not as strangers, but as human beings, each with dreams, hopes, and stories of our own. Amadou Diallo's dream was simple: to live, to learn, and to love. And that dream still inspires many to make the world a kinder, fairer place. Now Reveal Zone asks you, do you think justice was served in this case? What do you believe this tragedy teaches the world today? And how can moments like this be prevented in the future? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Your voice matters. Your opinion matters. And together, we keep the conversation alive. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.